Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Scotty, the marketing dude here at Indian Motorcycle of Clarksville. And we had an opportunity to ride a really cool motorcycle while we had the demo truck here a while back. And we finally have that motorcycle available on the sales floor. So what I want to do is I want to take you for a ride on this beautiful 2023 Super Chief Limited, because we've got one available. And at the end of the video, I'll show you the one that's on the sales floor and give you a little information on how you can make that yours. So let's check out my thoughts on this bike, and I'll see you later in the video. So here it is. This is the 2023 Indian Super Chief Limited. It's going to come with the 116 cubic inch V-twin, air cooled, chromed out. I dig it. Leather. They are hard bags, not lockable. It's got this beautiful, I think they call this a crystal azure. It's like a black, but it's got a blue hue to it in the sunlight. There's all the features that come with this bike, the way it sits. There's the pricing. Black metallic is what this one is colored as, so $21,499. And it's got the smart display up here. So this is going to have your ride command, which is Indian's or Polaris's GPS system. It is GPS navigation, ride modes, you name it, windshield, cruise control, ready to rip. All right, let's get it on the road. Just look at how cool this screen is when it kicks on. Indian Motorcycle. It's going to show us our little ride command prompt here in just a second. I'm almost certain of it. There we go. Okay. Here's your screen. Sort through your different things here. That's going to tell you you've got your USB connection. This is going to be your bike status. That's your ride, the current ride, how much ride time it's had today at the demo truck. Here's your GPS navigation, which is pretty sick. Look at all the stuff you've got right here on this little screen. Pretty epic. There we go, it was just showing us. There's where we are. And that's where you would connect your phone. Bluetooth, epic. All right, so we're gonna go back to gauges and start our ride. We are off. So I haven't ridden a Super Chief since they launched. When they launched the new Chief, I guess it's been 2 years ago now, I did ride the first Super Chief that we got in stock at the dealership because I was in love with it. I do tend to like more classically styled motorcycles. So when they launched this bike, I was like, oh yeah, that's the one. They had like this really cool, I call it like a root beer color. I really like that bike. And yeah, I was really stoked on it. It's kind of got all of the styling that I prefer, that like 50s kind of heritage styling. And I just really appreciate how much Indian kept it in that era, from just, from top to bottom. It's got the leather bags, they don't lock. Some bikes you get now, they've got a leather bag, but it actually locks. This bike's bags do not lock. But it's not a real problem to me. It's got just enough bag space to keep everything you would need in it for like a longer ride. Another thing I really like about the Chief lineup in general is having the almighty and powerful cruise control right there. Big bonus to me. And I like that this bike has the smart display, which we took a look at the top of the video. It's got every piece of information you could possibly want on it, plus navigation, which is super cool. I'm not a guy that takes long motorcycle rides, really, but if I were going to, it's nice that this bike has that option. And I like that this bike comes standard with the 116, so this is going to have the bigger Indian air-cooled engine, 120 foot-pounds of torque. She's a pretty nasty beast. I'm kind of reading off the features this thing's got. So it's going to come again with the touch screen,
Ride command, keyless ignition. It's got a key fob. Cruise control. We got Pirelli Night Dragon tires standard on this beast. And it's full front to back LED lighting. That's really nice. It's got those cool two little, like, I don't know what you would call those, driving lights on either side of the headlight up front. Looks really good and old school. I dig it. And I actually dig the windshield on this bike. You know, usually a windshield on a motorcycle, I don't like the way it looks. I think it hinders the looks of the bike. But on this particular bike, because of the way that it's styled, I think it actually works. It actually looks really good. And it just fits the all-together motif of the motorcycle. And what's really cool about the way Indian mounts these things is it's basically a quick release. You can take it on and off. So maybe if you're going on a shorter ride and you don't want that windshield, or maybe you just don't like the way the windshield looks, but you want it for when you need it, you can take it on and off. It's not a big deal. I do get a little bit of buffeting up here on the top, so I kind of wish it was just a hair taller, or maybe it kicked out a little bit to get some of that air off the top of my head. It's not bad, but I think on a longer ride it could get a little annoying. So that's something to look at. Obviously, on the freeway, we're not going to have any problem. I mean, this bike it's got 116 cubic inches of beast between your legs. And it's a light motorcycle. I don't know the exact weight. I'll put that here. But for being such a big engine, I mean, this is the same engine that you're going to get in the Chieftain, in the Springfield, and in the Roadmaster. And this is the big version. It's not the 111. Again, this is the 116. So you're getting all of that power that you get out of those bigger motorcycles, but in a smaller, full steel frame chassis. This is not going to use the engine as a part of the structural integrity of the motorcycle. It is actually a full frame motorcycle. Okay, so we're getting into the corner section a little bit here. This motor feels so good. And it sounds very good. So it's about 97 degrees today. And I have to say, these bikes are getting hot. They're getting ridden a lot. Man, look at that. It feels so good in these corners. The side to side, it's so light, and you can really feel the smaller chassis with that big engine in it, because it is nasty. But it's so effortless leaning into these corners. And you really feel like you could ride this bike pretty aggressively, even though it's got floorboards, which, you know, I mean, really, the more I ride, the more I just like a bike like this. It's really comfortable. I like the beach bars. I know everybody and their brother and sister, chicks ride too, wants the bars way up here, right? They all want the ape hangers. They want the high-rise handlebars. They want the T-bars, right, like that's on the Sport Chief. But for me, I don't know if it's just my personal shoulder issues that I have dealt with, all the injuries I've had, but for me, you can't beat a set of beach bars. They just feel so good. I feel like I could ride this bike for hours. I really dig it. So there is the Super Chief Limited that we have available on the sales floor. And as you can see, we have quite a few other Chiefs. If you don't want the classic look with the bags, we've even got a Sport Chief lying over there, just waiting for somebody. And if you're interested in any of these or anything else you see, just holler over at Jeff there in the corner, and he can get you hooked up at 812-948-1621. You just set up on any of these Indian motorcycles that you see here in the showroom floor. Check you later, guys.